So I was thinking of doing all my book reviews at the end of the month in one big, collective video. I just thought doing them as individual videos would be better because I'd have more time to actually talk about the book. So today I am going to review The Testing by Joelle Charbonneau. I just found this in Eason's and read the blurb and thought it was really interesting, so I decided to get it. And if you've already read it, you'll know kind of the controversy around the book. If there is, I wouldn't really call it controversy, but yeah, there are a few problems I had anyway with the book. Essentially, this book is about this girl, Sia, who lives sometime in the future. They don't really say what date it is. You'd know it was in the future, and it's in the United States, which is now called the United Commonwealth. She gets picked to participate in the testing, which is sort of the process through which the government chooses the people who go to university. So she's the first one of all of her family to be chosen, and before she leaves, her dad speaks to her about his memories and experiences in his testing after he graduated high school. Well, they aren't really memories as such, because after the testing, everyone's memories are wiped clean to forget all the horrors of the testing. So he's unsure if they're genuine memories or nightmares his brain has just sort of conjured up. So anyway, he tells her, and it sort of helps her notice all the little details in the testing that she wouldn't necessarily have noticed had her dad not told her about his experience. So she's picked along with 3 others from her Five Lakes colony, Zandri, Thomas, and Malachi. Not sure how you pronounce his name, but I just pronounce it Malachi. And they're taken off to Tosu City, where they start the testing. One thing I particularly liked about this book was that it was pretty fast-paced. Like, the first chapter or 2 were set in the Five Lakes colony, and I wouldn't say they were slow, but they were the, I suppose, necessary setup for the plot. But after that, though, when they reach Tosu City, it's like happening after happening after happening. The pacing was really good. I think what also helped was Joelle Charbonneau's writing style. It was really simple and clear and easy to read, and it made for a so much more enjoyable story. Now, I did only give this a 3 out of 5 stars on my blog, and that was more or less due to the character development and the unoriginal story. Let's take the characters first of all. There was Sia, who was the stereotypical strong heroine, and then there was Thomas, who was really, I can't really put a label to him because he was just all over the place. My problem with Sia was that she was a bit too perfect. We didn't really see any development of her character in this book at all. It was like she started off strong, she ended off the same. I felt like the testing, which was supposed to be really horrific and really challenging, was like a piece of cake for her. She would figure out the answers to like everything in a few minutes. And I might be exaggerating when I say a few minutes, but it is pretty quickly, considering how long it takes you to read the book. To me, because of the fact that there was no character development, I didn't really get invested in her character, and eventually I didn't really care what happened. I wouldn't say I didn't care, but I didn't care as much as I should have, which is not a good thing to feel towards your protagonist. Secondly, and I'll just explain this really quickly because I don't want to spend too long on it, it was Thomas. He was a weird character. I don't really know how to explain him, and I didn't really know how to feel towards him while I was reading the book, and then that wasn't resolved at the end, which was disappointing. One minute he's sweet and charming and being all lovey-dovey with Sia, and then out of nowhere he's like hostile, and it's hard to explain, but there was such a drastic change. It was hard to believe in him as a character. And that thing at the end that he does, there was no resolution at all, which pissed me off because I wanted to see the confrontation happen, which then was because they really never fought in their not that a couple has to fight, but like they were just too perfect all the time. Anyway, those are most of my thoughts on the book. I don't want to spend too long talking about it because I might accidentally let something slip. Yeah, if you're thinking of reading it, I would recommend it. Not the most highly recommended book, but if you have free time and you don't really know what to read, I would recommend it. The story was at times uncomfortably similar to a few other dystopians that I have read. Notably, the Hunger Games Legend Trilogy and the Divergent Trilogy. And I was always trying to like put that in my head, but I shouldn't have to do that because it should be like its own unique book. And that was really one of the main problems I had with the book. Apart from that, it was a really good read. It was exciting, it flowed really quickly, and overall I did enjoy it. So if you have read the book, leave your thoughts down below in the comments. I really want to see what everyone else thought, and I probably am going to read the second one because I feel like it's going to be more original and just in general a better book, and I want to figure out what happens to the characters. So yeah, I probably will pick up the next book. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you liked it, subscribe maybe, and another video reasonably soon. Bye.